Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to tell you about all the bags that I have sold and I'm going to tell you why I sold them. This is all the bags in 2024. There are, honestly, they are from every luxury house you can think of. I've sold Fendi, I've sold Hermes, I've sold Chanel, I have sold Dior, I have sold Louis Vuitton, I have sold just about every fashion house that I've bought from. Oh dear. Anyway, let's go through why I sold them and where that leaves us. So let's get going. When I counted how many luxury bags I've sold this year, I could not believe it. It is absolutely unbelievable for me. From somebody who never sold any luxury bags a couple of years ago to now, I don't know who I am, but I am very much a believer. Do not hold on to things that do not serve you. Just keep the things that you know that you love and that you will use over and over. And I'm just going to have a short interlude here because I just wanted to show you a couple of jewellery pieces, because these are things that I am wearing on repeat. And you will have seen these in pretty much loads of different videos because I do wear them a lot. So let me first show you these. So these are not new. These are not new. These are from Italo jewellery, and I just wanted to show you a couple of pieces that I've had for ages. These were kindly gifted to me, but ages and ages ago, and I just wanted to show them again because Italo jewellery have got some amazing offers on for Black Friday. There are so many amazing offers, so I wanted to show you these, and I also want to share some links and discount codes and everything else, because now is the time. If you want any of these things, whether it is in run up to Christmas, for different events that you want to go to, whether it's for presents, whether you want to hint to your loved one that some of these might be for you. But let me just show you these, because these are the three of my absolute favourite earrings that I own. So these are beautiful. They've got the crystals on the inside and on the outside, so you get that bit of sparkle that come through. And they're just absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I also have this pair. Now I'm just going to show you in the box. And this is how they come as well, in this beautiful, it's like padded box. It's a beautiful gift. And these, I'm hoping that's come up. I will do some cutaways, but these, you guys know I love purple. I love purple, and these are just stunning, and I love the size. Just look at the height of them. The size of these are beautiful. They make enough of a statement, but not too much, if you know what I mean. They're just absolutely wonderful. So I will do some cutaways. And also these are a bestseller. Let me hold these up because they will fall out. These are an absolute bestseller for Italo, and you can see why. I'm trying to hold this up properly. Just have a look at these. These are absolutely stunning. I will show you properly in my ears because I'm doing a terrible job of showing you those. But again, I love blue. I absolutely love blue. So I'm hoping that is coming up because they're just stunning. They are so affordable. They are beautiful quality. I wear them a lot. These particular ones I think are my absolute favourites. They're amazing. Anyway, go have a look in the description box. There are so many things on the website. And as I say, in the run up to Christmas, we're all thinking of presents for people or things that we might like on our Christmas list. So go and have a look because there's such a variety. Obviously, they don't just do earrings. There's necklaces and rings and bracelets and everything. So go and have a look because they are stunning. Anyway, back to the bags that I have sold. So I've put these ones in now because I just wanted to wear them. So what do we think? I just think they look really, really nice with this colour. Anyway, this is really annoying. It keeps coming down. Anyway, let's crack on. Let's crack on. So the first bag that I sold in 2024, I believe, was my Fendi baguette. Honestly, I have a love-hate relationship with Fendi baguettes. I've realised this. I did a whole video saying why I would never buy a Fendi baguette. And then I went and bought a Fendi baguette, and then I've sold it. Anyway, and there's also another one on this list coming soon as well. So wait for that one, because that was a shocker. That was a shocker. But no, the first one was this beautiful pinky purpley lavendery colour that I bought from Vestiaire Collective. Now, I got a really good deal on this one. However, I think, hand on heart, let's be frank with everybody, I actually think that what happened with that one was I thought it was more purpley than it actually was. In the pictures, I'd looked online, and I didn't realise, or I think I hadn't computed in my brain, that there were two lilac-y colours that came out at different times from Fendi. One was the one that I obviously ended up with, which was more of a very pastel-y lavender, slightly pinky colour, and then there was, I think, a later one which was a proper lilac. So I think that was called Violet, I think it was. Anyway, I was hoping for the violet. I got the pinky lavender, and it was just, yeah, it was a beautiful colour, but it was just too pale and pastel for me. My wardrobe, everything I gravitate to is quite strong colours. They're either neutrals or they are very strong sort of reds and deep purples, and I love burgundies and forest greens and teal and navy and those sort of colours. I don't really like pastels. I find my skin tone is very pinky undertoned and very pale, and I just don't think it suits me, and I just don't really like it. So I sold that one, and it wasn't a regret. It wasn't a regret. It was a chance to have a go with a Fendi baguette, and it wasn't wasting money because I'd bought it pre-loved and actually got a good deal on it. And then I got a pretty, I think it was very average deal selling it, so I think I lost money, but yeah, it was a bit of a lesson. It was a bit of a lesson, and that was the colour, not the bag. Although the strap, I bang on about this all the time, don't I? Why, oh why, Fendi, can we not have a crossbody bag with the regular size baguette? I don't want to add the top handle to the strap to make it longer. I don't want to have to buy another guitar strap. I just want a plain leather crossbody, adjustable, detachable crossbody strap. Is that too much to ask? Clearly it is. I also sold, I think the order of this is going out the window already because I literally cannot remember the order, but anyway, I also sold my Fendigraphy bag in the black, and I think this was classed as the small or the regular size. It wasn't the mini anyway. I actually really liked that bag and I enjoyed using it. I did use it quite a few times until I just got bored of it. It was, yeah, the Fendi underneath, I don't know why, but it did start to bother me. I don't know why it didn't bother me when I bought it, but suddenly did. I sort of like the idea of it, but on the essence it was sort of just a very boring design, nothing much to it. And the only bit about it was a Fendi underneath, which you obviously couldn't see unless you put it to the back and you could see it from the back or whatever. And then it would just get scratched because that's where you put it down. And it's all obvious because I knew that when I bought it. For some reason, it didn't bother me and then it did. And I just thought, yeah, I just thought it was okay. And I think it's not, yeah, it's not good enough. It's sort of not good enough. I think you've got to love your bags, and I managed to sell that, and again, no regrets. It was sort of a bit of a trend piece, even though it's not that trendy, but I think for me it was a fleeting moment, and then I decided to, yeah, let that one go. Okay, a bag that I haven't talked about for a long time, and I don't know if I even mentioned that I sold this bag. I can't remember, but it was the Chanel reissue Graffiti from the Egyptian collection. So this was from the Meteor Dart, was it 2018, 2019, something like that. And I managed to get this direct from store, and I could not believe that I got my hands on this. I was so thrilled, and the price of it was really pretty good in comparison to other Chanel bags, and I jumped on it. I absolutely jumped on it, and for a period of time I did like it. That was my first bag that was black and gold. Everything that I'd bought before that was always black with silver. And I had a certain blazer that I always wanted to wear, and it had gold buttons. I also had a dress that was a really nice dressy black dress, obviously black. Obviously, if you know me, you know it's black. But that also had gold buttons. And I wanted a bag that could be very evening that would go with that. So I was looking for something with gold hardware. And this was gold hardware and then gold graffiti. And I actually really liked it. And my daughter liked this one as well. And then I just never used it. And I don't know. I think it ended up being too busy. I think just the gold, it was a bit too blingy, too busy, too much. And I didn't really wear it. And anyway, one of my gorgeous subbies, I hope you're watching, you know who you are, did reach out to me. And yeah, she bought it and she absolutely loves it. And she'd been looking for it. And so all's good. But yeah, do I regret selling that? I should say on all of these, so far on the list, I haven't regretted any of those. So yeah, the graffiti I sold earlier this year, was it in the springtime? I can't actually remember exactly, but yeah, not a regret. It just, yeah, I think my tastes have just changed, and that's okay. That is okay. I also in 2024 sold, well, sort of sold, and I will explain, my Lady Dior in the small, I think it was, is it the ABC My Lady Dior? And it was in the cherry red, and it was the one that had the thicker crossbody strap, and it had the flap opening, which was okay. And you could get 3 charms to put on the strap. Anyway, that one. And we've talked about this so many times, guys, haven't we? I'm not a lover of the Lady Dior. I think it's beautiful to look at, but for me to use it, not entirely, yeah, it's just not for me. And I did a swap. In effect, I part exchanged it with Bagista in order to get my Chanel mini caviar. And I had to put a little bit of money towards it to get the caviar, and I was absolutely happy to do that. So for me, it felt like a win-win. I think Bagista already had a buy for it, so it never hit their website. They were thrilled to bits to find it for this buyer, and thrilled to bits to sell the other one to me, and I'm thrilled to bits with it, and I think we're all happy. So that was a really good deal. So I sort of sold it, but I did a part X, and it was very, very good. So yes. And I'm coming on, I've done another swap, but anyway, that's the story for later. So this is the first of the shockers, absolute shockers. I sold my Birkin 30 in a tube this year. I did, and I've done a whole video on why I sold my Birkin. And I can honestly, hand on heart, tell you that is one of the best decisions I have made for a number of reasons. Firstly, it just wasn't for me. I have realised, and it was something that was on my wish list. It wasn't a colour that I took just because they offered it. I wanted a taupe. I wanted a taupe for a long time, and that's because I thought I needed a beige neutral bag in my collection. I don't like beige. I don't like it, and I never used that bag. I maybe used it once or something. I never used it. So my blue Birkin, the blue Onk Birkin, I use literally, and I would say all the time, but obviously not all the time, but I cannot tell you how many times I have used it because it's so many. So it just shows you, if you get the colour right, you're going to use it so much more. So the colour was not for me. Also, because I already had a Birkin 30, it made it easier for me to let that one go. If that was my only Birkin 30, knowing how hard they are to get your hands on, I honestly do think that I would have kept it just for the sake of keeping it, which wouldn't have been the right thing, but I think I would. The lady who bought it, I hope you're watching, my love, because you know who you are, and you are an absolute inspiration. You're a wonderful, wonderful person, and that has allowed me to get to know you, and that was the start of it. And I just, yeah, and we'll come on to another one later on, but yeah, it just connected me with this very special person, and I hope I've made her very happy by her. I mean, it's just a bag, isn't it? But I do think she is extremely happy with it, and we're both grateful to each other. So it's just a win-win, but it's a bit of a shocker to actually let go of a Birkin. I get it. I get it. Also this year I have sold my denim Chanel 19. Again, a bit of a shocker. I love that bag, and I used that quite a lot at the very beginning, and I still love the bag. I still think it was an amazing bag. So why on earth did I sell it? I bought it direct from the Rue Cambon boutique in Paris. I got the iconic white packaging. Honestly, why on earth would I let that go? It was so sentimental. That was my first girls' trip. The trip where I met Amelia. I met Amelia from Amelia Rose's Closet. That bag brings back so many sentimental just feelings for me. But again, I didn't want it sat on a shelf when somebody else could be loving it and using it. And in the end, I sold that to another amazing, gorgeous subby who, again, I hope is watching. I'm sure she is. And yeah, again, it's connected me with that wonderful person, and we chat pretty much, well, I won't say all the time, but we chat a lot. And again, it's a lovely friendship and connection that I've made, and hopefully I've made her very happy. She's made me happy. We're mutually grateful, and I know it's gone to a good home, and that just makes it so much nicer for me. If ever there was a slight regret, I then think, no, but that lady absolutely loves it and she's using it and everything else, so it's not a regret. It can't be a regret, can it? This is where the order of when I've sold these is completely gone out the window, but I'll just keep going because I might get it completely wrong. I also, another shocker, but I have revealed this in a video, I sold my Fendi baguette in the Purple Rain sequins. Oh, and I sold this to Meredith, my gorgeous friend Meredith, Living Looks with Meredith, I'm sure you all know. And the story behind that one was that I saw it on Bagista's website. I jumped on it. I then messaged Meredith to tell her I'd managed to get hold of it. She just said, I didn't realise I did that in the mini size. And I then searched online, couldn't see any reference to it at all from any collection. It was only the standard size. And I then started panicking that I'd bought something that was inauthentic. However, I knew Bagista wouldn't anyway. It all turned out it was authentic, and unfortunately, I'm sorry Meredith for this, she then realised that it was in existence, and then she just thought, I have to have it. So she went off searching for one for her collection because she's got quite a few, obviously, sequin baguettes, and she really wanted the purple because she's got the purple in the standard size. And they are so rare, it's unbelievable. And I always said to her, if ever I sell it, if ever I want to sell this bag, it's yours. Well, obviously, if you want it, because I know that she was searching for it. Now, when it came to the point, let me just grab this. When it came to the point where this one was available, this is the sequin mini from Chanel, I fell in love with this bag, and I had just come back from New York. I had spent an absolute fortune. I should not have been buying this bag. I had no business even looking for this bag, but it popped up and it had my name on it. And I made the decision at that point that I was going to sell a couple of things, not just for the sake of it, but if I wanted this, something had to give. And I thought about it in my little brain, which said, what would I rather have? If I could do a straight swap and I could sell those 2 or even 3 things and I could have this instead, is that what I would like? And my brain said, yes, I would like this above all the others. So I reached out to Meredith and I said, I don't suppose you're still interested? And she was, yes, please, absolutely yes. Off it went to Australia, and it makes me so happy that firstly, Meredith has found the one that she was searching for. Secondly, it helped me facilitate this one. And just the thought of it living in Meredith's house just gives me that warm and fuzzy feeling. I know it's really silly because it's just a bag. And I keep saying this, it's just a bag, but they're not just bags, are they? They are things that we love. And I love the fact that it's living with Meredith. So that's made me extremely happy. So I did love that bag. I did. But I do love this one. So there's no regrets. I wonder if another sequin baguette might be in my future. I think it probably will. I think it probably will. But yeah, anyway, we'll see. We'll see what comes out in the future. But I think I also mentioned I also got my Fendi first around that time. And I love that one. That's a sequined one. And where is it? Hang fire. I'm back. I am back. So I'd already bought this one by the time I decided to sell the sequined baguette. And I much prefer this one. I just do. I think the colour, I do love the Purple Rain, do not get me wrong, but this is my colour. This is my colour. So with this one and this one, I sort of think I've got enough bling. I think that's me done for bling, but we will see. We will see, but no regrets whatsoever. Also around the same time, as I say, I was trying to facilitate this. I also let a couple of my very old monogram pieces go. Now when I say monogram, I actually mean canvas, because anyway, I will explain. I sold my Galliera bag, which was in the monogram, and that bag had been a workhorse for me, but the style of it, just everything about it, it looked dated, it felt dated. I was thinking about getting all the leather replaced and make it look new again, and then it was a fortune to do that, so I wasn't going to do that in the end. And then I thought, oh, when am I ever going to use this bag? I'm keeping it for nostalgia, and yeah, I'm never going to use it. So I did sell that one, and I think I got pretty much, did I get pretty much what I paid for it, or even more back, just because of the time value of money? Anyway, it was somebody that I found, I think it was on Vestiaire, or was it on eBay? I can't remember. But anyway, the person was looking for this vintage bag, and they got it, and yeah, don't regret that one at all. I also sold my Alma PM in the Damier Ebene, and this was one that I ummed and ahed for so long about, again, a nostalgia piece, but it was just sat there. And the PM size, because it doesn't have a crossbody or shoulder strap, I don't know, I just wasn't using it. Damier Ebene isn't my favourite. Anyway, I let that one go, so that one went as well. The next bag that I sold, this could be the one that is maybe not necessarily a mistake, a slight regret. We will see. At the moment it's not, but I wonder in time whether I'll look back and think I was hasty. But anyway, as I was mentioning, I was trying to facilitate this without costing any more actual money out of my bank account, and I decided to let go the Chanel Deauville in the beautiful grey. I adored this bag. I literally adored the look of it. I love using it, but again, it was one, if you've seen my video about fantasy life, this was one that I bought for my fantasy life, where I was going to these amazing places. I could see myself on the French Riviera with that Chanel Deauville and everything else. And actually my life's not like that. I actually just use a cheap beach bag or whatever, and I take my Neverfull, because yeah, the Neverfull is just a proper workhorse, and I don't need to worry about it and everything else. So yeah, the Chanel Deauville sat down here. It sat right down here for the longest time, and it was really an ornament in the background of my videos, and that's all it was. And again, it was a lot of money sat there, and I think my tastes have just changed over the years, and I decided again that I would rather have this and let the Fendi baguette in sequins and the Deauville go, and that would facilitate this. And I don't think I will regret it, because I'm never going to regret this one. But there may be a time when I look back and think, oh, I had one of those, and I let it go. But I got a really, really good price for it. I sold it to Bagista. They did a buyout for it, so they bought it, and I think I got a little bit more than I paid for it. I think I did, there or thereabouts. So I won't have regrets on the price I got for it, which is always a good thing. So yes, I did let that one go. The next shocker, absolute shocker, I also sold my Constance, my Hermes Constance 24 this year, and I sold it to the wonderful, gorgeous lady who bought my Birkin 30 in a tube. And I could not have been happier to sell that to that wonderful lady, because she really wanted it. Again, that was just before, was that just before I went to New York? And in effect, selling that facilitated me being able to splurge in New York. So I was very grateful, and also I was very glad that it went to an amazing home. And again, that bag was just sitting on the shelf. I love the idea of it. I love the look of it. I just didn't use it, and that was a heck of a lot of money sat there. So again, I don't think there's any regrets there. I don't think I would buy another Constance. I don't think I'd buy the smaller size. I think the Birkin and Kelly are more what I love. I think they are. And also I am loving the Evelyn. I absolutely adore the Evelyn. So who knew? And the final bag that I have sold, I actually have done another swap. I've done another swap with Bagista. Now, I have not unboxed the bag that I swapped this bag for. So anyway, which bag am I talking about? I'm talking about the Dior Caro bag. I got it in my head that I'd bought the wrong bag. I wished I'd bought the slightly bigger size, so the medium Caro, and I wished I'd bought black. Now, I love grey, and even grey in the medium side, I think size would have been better. But I got it in my head that I just wish I had a bit more room in it. And I wish it was black, because the only black crossbody bag that I have, because sometimes you just want a black crossbody bag that's just unassuming, you can wear with anything. And the only one that, well, I've got two, to be fair. I've got the side trunk from Louis Vuitton, which is a fabulous bag, but sometimes I don't want something so edgy, I just want something to blend in. So the only other one that I have is the Gucci Soho Disco, which is fine, but for me it's not the smartest bag. So just imagine like a Fendi baguette in the regular size, if it had a crossbody strap that worked, or the medium Caro, that sort of size where you could just throw a few things in and still a beautiful bag, but not quite as obvious or edgy as the side trunk. And I got it in my head that I was just missing that bag. I'm probably not missing anything at all, am I? Anyway, so once I got that in my head about the Caro, I just had to sell it, because when I decide that something is on the chopping block, I just have to sell it, because what happens is I just put it on the shelf, I actually wrap it in its dust bag and actually put it in its box, and then I don't use it, because I'm thinking if I do decide to sell it, I don't want to damage it. I don't want any scratches on it. I don't want to use it. So it goes, instead of using it and seeing how I go, I don't do that in case I damage it or scratch it. So it just needs to go. And that's what happened with the Caro, but I managed to do a straight swap. So this didn't cost me any more money, and I didn't obviously bring in any money from the Caro, but it facilitated a wonderful bag that I've got to unbox for you. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I am just trying to film different bits of content, and anyway, I will get round to it, I promise. And it is a beautiful bag. So yeah, so there are all the bags that I sold this year. Which has shocked you the most? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on another one.